All right. So what to do after a day of cheating, after falling off the wagon, after binge eating, after YOLO eating, whatever. Okay. So first and foremost, nothing. You don't have to do anything. Zero. So let's break it down, get a little bit more serious. So first off, biggest thing is don't stew. Don't beat yourself up. Don't feel sorry for yourself. Don't be a fucking victim. This shit happens. And if you want something to stew on the fact that you're able to go crazy and eat whatever you want and have a good time. Everyone always just looks at the one side of the coin of, oh my God, I ate on this food, blah, 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 blah. How about we focus on the fun that we had, whether that's drinking with your friends or eating whatever the hell you want, whatever. Now, it happened. So unless you can build a time machine and go back in time, then again, no point in stewing. Let's fucking move forward because this happens to everybody. And the most important thing now is making sure that it does not continue to happen. The big analogy or whatever people say is, oh, if you pop one tire in your car, you're going to go around and slash all three. No, obviously fucking not. So the biggest thing and most productive thing that we can do moving forward is trying to get back on track. One, obvious. And two, let's evaluate. What can we learn from this situation? What can we take away? What tools can we add to our tool belt to be able to combat this if it were to happen again, which it will? So for example, I got too hungry and then I couldn't deal with it. I just ate. When I was driving home, I just went through a drive-thru, whatever. Okay. So what can we learn from that? A couple things. So what happened? Well, we got too hungry. And I tell everyone this. Once, if this is 1 out of 10, 10 is starving, once you start creeping above a 7, you don't really care. I don't care how strong your goals are or whatever. You stop giving a shit because you're just like, fucking feed me. I don't care anymore. So that is one thing. So you say, okay, cool. All right. So I know, Chase, I can't get above a 7. All right. So what can I do? Maybe that's packing some snacks. Maybe that's having protein bars or protein shake or nuts or whatever on hand to make sure when you feel your hunger is rising to above that critical threshold of 7, you combat it by having a little snack. You put some stuff in your glove box or whatever. You make yourself a shake on the way home. So that's a big thing is, all right, let's look back what happens. How can we combat this? What strategies and what kind of guardrails can we put in place so this doesn't happen again? Because again, inevitably you will run into a very, very similar situation. Okay. So that is probably going to be the biggest thing is just don't beat yourself up because these things happen. What are some good, valuable takeaways that we can learn from that situation? And then again, just moving forward, what are some strategies and guardrails that we can take or put in place so that doesn't happen again? Because it will. And here's the thing. This is going to happen a shit ton. And it's as a trainer, I hate when I see these clients get discouraged or like entirely fall off from one meal. It's one meal. It's one meal. I've had so many of those. But I brush it off and I'm like, all right, cool. I ate that. Now I'm going to get back on track. And now I'm going to learn from that. Okay. And that's totally fine. Now, here's another question that a lot of people ask after this. Do I need to modify calories? Do I need to go run 30,000 miles after I binge ate? And now I'm going to answer this a little bit different. I'm going to say, I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. I'm not really sure. So the typical answer is no, because obviously we want to have a good mindset and everything when it comes to our fitness, our health, and things like that. And I understand that. I understand, and I think the best answer is yes. Just brush yourself off and get back on plan. You don't need to modify and reduce calories by a bunch or increase activity by crazy. I don't think you need to do that, and I think the healthiest approach is not doing that. Do I think some people, if they did beat themselves up, maybe it'll resonate better to make them stay on course for longer? I don't know. I don't know the answer to that. The healthiest answer is just move on. Learn and fucking move on, okay? Now, some people, do they need something negative, again, to be able to resonate more? Maybe, maybe not. I don't think that is the healthiest thing to get grounded from eating bad, but kind of play around with it and see what works better for you. For me, I've gone through this for years, and I would beat myself up and stew on it for fucking days. Why did I eat that? Why did I eat that? Why did I eat that? Crazy to me looking back. But I remembered those moments, and sometimes in the future it did help because I said, Chase, remember you stewed on that for a week after, so maybe don't do that so you don't feel bad. Again, I'm not saying mentally that is the healthiest thing to do. The healthiest thing is just move on and learn from that. But again, kind of play around with it. Play around with it. So that's going to be the main thing is don't beat yourself up. Don't stew on it. You don't need any of that stuff. Learn from it. Remember, tomorrow's a new day. Let's jump back on the plan tomorrow. Not the day after, not next week, not next month, not, oh, I fucked up my year. That's crazy. Learn from it. Move on. Enjoy your life. Have fun. It's not that fucking serious. And that's it. So what do you guys do? If you have a big bad binge night, do you modify calories the next day? Do you increase activity by a bunch? Do you just say, well, whatever, that happened and move on? Let me know below and like, comment, share, subscribe, whatever the hell, and have a great rest of your night.